it's a little bit crooked. Hey guys, I think last Tuesday or last week, I showed a bunch of drills on the punching bag, the ground and pound drill into floating arm bars. If you haven't seen that yet, if you haven't watched that yet, message me and I'll send the link. It's still on my Facebook profile, still on my Facebook. All right, and I probably will upload that to YouTube. There's a bunch of drills that I teach my students, especially if they want to be a fighter. Based on what level they're at, there's certain things they have to know. Like there's certain fundamental things you've got to know for each segment of the fight game, especially for MMA, when it comes to striking, when it comes to grappling, when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to throw and clinch work. Okay. So last week I demonstrate ground and pound into floating arm bars. So I'll just quickly review that. And if you want to watch that video, message me and I'll send you the link. But today I'm going to teach the four corners. Okay, I forget the Japanese word for that, but we're going to go from kesikatami to four corners to reverse kesikatami back to mount. Okay, so last week we showed ground and pound into floating arm bars. Boom, and come back up. Ground and pound, floating arm bars. Okay, so that's what I showed last week. Today we're going to follow with that theme. Today we're going to do ground and pound. Okay, he buckles for whatever reason, and you have to anticipate the fact that you're riding a little guy. I'm grounding and pounding, and when he buckles, he might roll on top of me. And if this is a street fight, he's going to elbow, grab a rock, whatever. So I have to anticipate that. I need to be the surfer and ride that wave. I'm going to get my chest into him and release the pressure on my hip. Boom, I'm here. And what I want to do now is I want to make sure my knees are in, but also widen my base. That will allow me stability. I want to pretend this is the head. I want to get my hand underneath the head, which I can't. It's a punching bag. And this is in tight. And you want to drop your shoulder in. This side is controlling the other hip. So this is around the waist area. And this is around the other waist area. So you're holding the hip so that you kind of prevent the hip from moving. And this goes right underneath his head. You're going to drop your shoulder down. Boom, you're here. Okay? And if this is a street fight, you're going to grab onto his garment so that you have a slight anchor. So you're going to utilize your wrist. Boom, with that, and squeeze in. You're here. All right? And now from here, you're going to launch up a little bit. Now notice my knee comes in a little bit because if it's too wide, I won't get that nice move. So I'm going to move in just a little bit. I'm going to hold him, and I'm going to knee him. Boom, boom. Now, obviously, this is not allowed in modern MMA, but during the Pride Day, Pride in Japan, kneeing to the head was allowed on the grounded opponent. But who cares? In a street fight, pop, pop. Now, the problem is sometimes when you do it, you come up too high. So make sure you restabilize yourself. Pop, pop. You might switch if you don't want to hurt him too bad to the body. Pop, pop. Okay. What you can do now is you can go to reverse kesikatami. You're here, and you float back up. Okay, getting the choke, back up, ground and pound. Okay, you're fighting a big guy. You know, I'm only 5'4", 155 pounds. He buckles, boom, I'm here. I'm gonna practice the other side. Okay, now notice right away I'm in, and I'm gonna hold the head. I'm gonna knee him, pop, pop. I might knee him to the body, pop, pop. I might go into kesikatami, which is head and arm hold. Okay, but if you have to be careful with kesikatami, especially if it's slippery or they know how to grapple, they'll take your back. But it's okay if you know how to do kesikatami, because the average guy don't know how to defend the head and arm. So you have the head and arm. I have to lean. I have my elbows down, my knees in. And you're looking for that arm. He might be scratching your face and stuff. So you might push the arm to the side into the choke. But in this case, don't worry about the grappling part. We're more concerned about utilizing this punching bag. So we're here, we're gonna punch them. Okay, they might give us the arm, we might re-loop and punch them some more. It's okay, punch, punch, punch. Now we're gonna go to the four corners, okay? Or in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's called north-south position. In Judo, it's called four corners. The Japanese name for that, I don't remember. Okay, so with the four corners, we're gonna get our hip over. Boom, four corners. We're gonna pull, and we're gonna drop down. Now this is great for a judo match because you're basically holding and getting. But in a street fight, it's not going anywhere. So you got to do some damage. So you're here, and you're gonna knee 1, 2, or you might knee boom, boom. And now from here, you're gonna switch back into reverse Kisikatami. Now this drill could be done many ways. You can mount again, boom, or you can switch to Kisikatami or Kazuri, broken scarf hold. So with broken scarf hold, the underhook, you're gonna swim your hand underneath the armpit. So the preferred method is the underhook if you can get it, okay? Now if you're a big, strong guy, doesn't matter. Just go for Kisikatami, head and arm hold. Squeeze his head out, okay? So here, boom, okay? You're gonna punch him in the face. Now you can do the advanced version of a knee, where you punch him in the face. As his head comes up, you're gonna hop the back of his head, boom, like that. Imagine he's laying down, his head comes up, and for a second, boom. Ground and pound, back to Kisikatami. All right? So you can switch back and forth or whatever, but you want to pay attention to how you hold and how tight you are. Okay, so let's quickly review. You're hitting, you're riding a bull, like, I'm a small little guy and he's bucking me off. I'm like, no problem. Drop my chest on top of him, release my hip. Boom, I'm here. Knee in the head, pop, pop, pop. Now what I like to do, you see some fighters doing this. Khabib does this a lot. They have so much mental aggression that they want to get a lot of opponents' psyche. You see this with Conor. Very elite fighters, they all do this, right? So my suggestion is you do it, but you really have to be in sync with it physically. So a lot of times when I fight, I'm like talking shit to people I fight, but not in a bad way, like in the sense that I'm mentally breaking them down. So I'm kneeing the guy, right? And I'm like, how do you like it, huh? Boom, boom. And then I'm here, I'm holding him down, and I might hit him, okay? Now you can hit like this, but the problem is that it's a different effect than this. Okay, so you want to experiment with, okay, there's a chain here, be careful. Boom. Okay, so you want to psychologically learn to break someone down. That's the highest level of fighting, is mentally breaking someone down without actually imposing physical will. It's all mental will. So you're here. You're gonna do reverse Kisikatami. You can switch back to the other side. So here, what are the options again? You can hit. If you know grappling, you're gonna rethread and hit. You can go for an arm bar. If they push your neck up, you can push across into a forearm choke. But don't worry about that for now. You're grounding and pounding. You're working more on striking. Pop. Reverse. Hit, hit. Mount. Ground and pound. Buckle off. Okay? Kisikatami. Ground and pound. Reverse Kisikatami. Boom, boom, boom. Kisikatami into north-south. Step over. Boom. Okay, you're here. Okay? And obviously, it doesn't give the same feel as opponent. Alright? Okay, anyways, guys, give this a try. And in about 5 minutes, I might come back and add more to this. Alright.